Hello everyone, and welcome to Caroline's Craft Tree. And I just wanted to share with you a few things I got at the thrift store. But before I do that, I'm doing this for Thrifty Thursday, which is Sheree at Turquoise Dreaming has hosted that collaboration, but also for Thrifty Canucks. And Thrifty Canucks is a little group of us from Canada that just are showing the type of things we find at the thrift stores, garage sales, stuff people give us, etc. From Canada. So there is some links below, so check all that stuff out. So let's get started. Not too much stuff, but a bit. I don't think I've shown these. Now these are transparency film for inkjet printers. There is 5 in a pack, and I got 12 packs of these. And they're just for overhead projectors, but they're made to go through your printer. And let's open one of these up. So that way you can see. Now they're not really thick, and you're not going to be able to see, but the one side is like rough. There's some texture, so that's the side that you print on. And they were like 50 cents a piece, and I bought them all. So they're pretty cool. I'm going to print on some later and see what happens. But they're like your 8.5 by 11, and like I say, they're for the overhead projectors. So I think that'll be fun to print on, to use specimen slides or different window envelopes, that type of stuff. So I got lots of those to play with. And I got these a while back, but I don't think I ever showed them. And they are kind of cool. These, they're all like that on this side. Now, there's some kind of game. Now, I don't know if they're actually a deck of cards and some are just missing, or if it's more like an Uno game. But they are Huckleberry Hound and Quick Draw McGraw. And they are for some kind of points thing, but I thought they were kind of cute. I don't do much with like kid style stuff, but I'm probably going to end up putting some of these in the shop. But they are just really, really cute. I have no idea what kind of game you play with them because there was no instructions or anything like that. But just some really cool pictures. They look very old, and I have not researched them online at all. But there's just some really cool pictures. Some of them are damaged a bit, but I might have gotten these at the Lions Club sale. Can't remember now, but they're just really cool. So there's those. Let's set those over there. And this here, there's about 6 yards of this in a couple different chunks. And it's just a piece of seam binding, really, with some beads hanging from them. Not quite sure what I'm going to use that for, but I thought if anything, I can just use the beads. So, it's kind of hard showing when they dangle, but the beads are all plastic, but they're a really nice color. It would go with a lot of things. So there's that. Like I say, that was 50 cents for that. Actually a quarter, because it was 50% off at the one thrift store today. Every month towards the end of the month, they have a 50% off sale. So there's that. Then this here I got there. It all came in a bag, and it was $1 for the bag. And there is this here very creamed colored lace. I had some white stuff like this, which I think I used all up. So I'm also going to try dyeing a little bit of this, because I think it, and there's a fair bit in that bowl. There is this white trim, and I like the white because then I can dye it whatever color I want. So there's that. There's probably 3 yards in that pile, I would think. Then there is this stuff here, which there's about 3 yards of this. This has been cut off of something, but it's kind of nice. I like it. It's kind of like, you know, scalloped, I guess. So there's quite a bit of that, and it's an off-white and fairly heavy, actually. And then there is this here, and this has been cut off of something as well. And I think what I'm going to do is cut out these little flowers and then use the other bits and pieces, because this end is wider. But when you get down to this end here, then it's only as wide as, a little wider than the flowers. That's why I thought just cutting the flowers might be kind of nice. And there's actually 2 yards of this stuff, so that'll be kind of nice. I don't too often buy jewelry, but I got this necklace. It was $3.50, but then I got it for half price. And I wish you could feel how heavy that is. And it's just a pearl style bead, which is very dark ivory, almost brown. And then there's a chain kind of woven in between it. But it feels like it would be actually fairly good quality just by the weight. But, you know, it's not put together the best. Like, this end is kind of weird. But I like the color of the beads. So I'm going to use that. I'll take it apart and I'll use the beads for some dangles. And then I got a whole bunch of seam binding, and some of it is the seam binding, but it's like a lace. So there's quite a bit of that. And these were 50 cents each, but then they were half price, so 25 cents a package. Most are new. There is a couple that have been opened. But quite a few different colors. And I really like these, especially for closing the journals, using them as journal closures. There's a few that are almost the same colors, but not quite. So there is quite a few. There's 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16 packages of it. Of either seam binding or like the solid stuff with like little, almost little stitches through it. I'm not sure how well you can see in the camera. And then some is just kind of your standard seam binding. There was an open one somewhere. But it gives you an idea of goodies that, oh, here's one that's opened. Not sure how old this stuff is. This is like 90 cents for one of these. So I'm not really sure if they're old or new or what. I'm gonna guess some have a barcode and some don't. Like this one doesn't have a barcode. So I'm gonna think it's either older or they got sold in a bigger package. But this looks older to me, just from the label. But anyways, I like using it, so, and then I like to save these here to do different things with them, just because they're kind of cool. I don't think they have the, oh, it says 1984 right there. So I'm not sure if the other ones have dates on them or not. That'd be interesting to know. Not that 1984 is old, but that is getting oldish, actually. So it was a fun little trip to the thrift store. Hope you like the goodies, and we will see you again soon. And check out the links in the description below. We'll see you soon. Bye.